Yo, what is up, guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. So Anthony Crolla defeats Frank Urquiaga by a majority decision in the final fight of his career. I've got to say, I don't want to be a party pooper, but Anthony Crolla did not win that fight. You know, he was gifted a hometown decision, and just not a good look for the sport of boxing or British boxing. Anthony Crolla did not win this fight. At worst, I could maybe see a draw, to be fair, but he didn't win 6 rounds in this bout. This was a 10-rounder, which kind of made the decision look even worse because there were a couple of scorecards that did not reflect that. I believe one card was 98-92 and the other 97-93. Absolutely embarrassing scorecards from those two judges. You know, the first 4 rounds, Anthony Crolla comes out behind that high guard and he tries to apply pressure behind it, but he was so flat, he was so cumbersome, he wasn't letting go of his shots, and Urquiaga was just picking him off. He was popping the jab, he was landing the 1-2, he was also going downstairs with body shots, he was landing some nice combinations here and there, and in the first 4 rounds, I felt Urquiaga swept them, to be honest with you. He was boxing better, he was landing more shots, he was more active, he had more energy, he was just the better fighter in the first 4 rounds. I felt they were clear rounds for Frank Urquiaga. After round 4, I felt Crolla came back into it, to be fair. He started to find the body with more regularity with that left hook. Also, he was doing a better job of blocking Urquiaga's shots on his tight guard. And he certainly started to pick up some rounds, no doubt about it. In some rounds, Crolla was much more effective in the second half of the fight. You know, landing good body shots, like I said, good hooks up top, a few good stiff jabs. So Crolla came back into the fight, no doubt about it. He was making it much more competitive, but even some of these rounds in the second half of the fight were very close. Urquiaga was also doing good work himself. You know, the rounds Crolla won, in my opinion, were all pretty close and competitive, whereas a lot of the rounds Urquiaga won were very clear, in my opinion. So Crolla definitely came back strong in the second half of the fight. But, you know, even in the second half, round 9, for example, I felt Urquiaga clearly won round 9. You know, Crolla started to lose his shape, again wasn't quite as active with his punches, and Urquiaga picked some nice shots. He was the more effective fighter, and he clearly won round 9. Urquiaga clearly won at least 5 rounds in this fight. I think he clearly won 5 rounds in this bout, meaning at worst, I felt, you know, it was a draw. But, you know, I think in a fair world, Urquiaga should have really got a close points win. But, you know, the judges saw it differently. And, you know, a couple of those scorecards, as far as I'm concerned, were disgraceful. 98-92 and 97-93. I'm sorry, no way in hell. And there's no way to dress this up. Crolla did not win this fight. It's all well and good reminiscing on Crolla's career, you know, remembering the big nights that he had, etc. That's irrelevant. I don't care about that. For me, a guy just got robbed. You know, he did not lose this fight. And if he won this fight or even got a draw, you know, his career would have, you know, really had a shot in the arm. Maybe he could have got a European title fight or a big fight off the back of this if he got the win. But no, he is now at the bottom of the scrap heap and he needs to start again. That's who I feel sorry for, not Anthony Crolla. He's had his fights, he's made his money. But, you know, Frank Urquiaga, he doesn't get an opportunity to capitalise on a big win or at least a draw. I think that's disgraceful, to be honest with you. And yeah, I feel bad for Frank Urquiaga. He deserved a lot better for the performance he put on. And, you know, it's boxing though. What do we expect? As for Anthony Crolla, I certainly believe this is the right time to retire. He looked terrible. He looked flat. And, you know, it looked like a guy whose heart wasn't in it anymore. He lost this fight and the intensity just wasn't there as far as I was concerned. So I certainly believe Anthony Crolla needs to retire, and I think he's made the right decision, to be honest with you. Still, he had a good career. You know, he became a world champion. He overachieved. He had some big nights. He made some good money. So credit to Anthony Crolla for his career. But, you know, my feelings aren't really towards that right now. It's more of a fact that Urquiaga didn't get what he deserved tonight. And yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, was what it was. You know, this is boxing. I kind of half expected it when this fight went to the distance, to be honest with you. But yeah, share your thoughts below. Peace.